Hello everyone, welcome back to Southern Miss TV. I'm Jaterica Wilson.
And I'm Dima Mixon. Alpha Phi Alpha held the Martin Luther King Breakfast and Prayer for the Hattiesburg community in the Thad Cochran Center. Changes to Southern Miss football schedule could potentially land itself in a court battle. And the McNair Art Display showcases students' artwork for the Fine Art Scholarship Contest.
In Golden Eagle Spotlight, Miss USM 2019 speaks with Adarius about her experience as Miss USM and Miss Hattiesburg and speaks about her new book. And Prism hosts Second Chance Prom for USM students this past Saturday.
All of this and plenty more today on Southern Miss TV.
Alpha Phi Alpha held the 16th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Prayer Breakfast in the Thad Cochran Center. Southern Miss Student Media Center reporter Garrett Grove has the story.
People from across the university, city, and state gathered within the Thad Cochran Center Saturday morning for fellowship, community, and prayer. The Mu Gamma Lambda and Mu Xi chapters of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity held the 16th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Ecumenical and Interracial Prayer Breakfast that day. Dr. King is the most famous member of this fraternity. During the breakfast, pastors from Hattiesburg and across the state came to speak, preach, and pray. John McCoy from Christ United Methodist Church in Jackson served as the keynote speaker. Eddie Holloway is a member of the fraternity and Dean of Students Emeritus at the University of Southern Mississippi. He feels that these events offer a chance to highlight the breakfast goal of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
And it's my prayer that when we have programs of inclusion, that all people can experience their place at the podium and on the stage of life.
It was the first time in 2 years that the prayer breakfast was held in person. The theme this year was Achievement by Quality Education. It complements Alpha Phi Alpha's Go to High School, Go to College initiative, which was established in 1922. 11 high schoolers received textbook scholarships during the program. Robert Williams is an Alpha Phi Alpha member and superintendent of the Hattiesburg Public School District. He emphasizes the importance of an education for enriching the lives of individuals and their communities.
So we want to make sure that we provide a support in that in both education and service by providing book scholarships to students that will assist them as they move on to the next phase of their academic career at an institution of higher learning.
Reporting for SMTV, this is Garrett Grove.
McNair Scholars Black History Contest announced its winners in a showcase on March 1st. Skylar Boyd placed third, Alexander Hostra placed second, and Yuen Win placed first. McNair Scholars Program gifted the three winners with scholarships. First place received $1,000, second place received $500, and third place received $250. Senior Cherish Triplett shared her inspiration for her entry in the competition.
Circles came from a very vulnerable place. To kind of give a little bit of a backstory, it's basically me highlighting what it's like being Black, woman, and dealing with depression every day, something that I feel like we're just now starting to talk about. And so basically, when I painted this, I was going through a really terrible depressive episode. I was having like really severe suicidal thoughts. I had just got a therapist, and I had just got diagnosed with like things like high anxiety, PTSD, and major depression, not severe, but major depression, and I didn't know how to take all of that in, because it's one thing to hear, or you know, the media saying, oh, depression, 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 and thinking that you may have it, but being diagnosed with it is a different emotion, you know. And so I just sat in my art desk one day, and I told myself I want to be intentional with whatever I paint. And so I found this portrait, well, I found this picture of this girl on Pinterest, and she was looking down, and I was like, I don't know what she's feeling, but I feel exactly like that, like not lost, but kind of just like in a daze, kind of disappointed. And so with my piece, I basically wanted to reflect what it's like going through a cycle of you're up and then you're down and then you're okay, then you're up again and then you're down. And so that's why I named it Circles, because having depression is like going through this pattern. It's a never-ending pattern, it's a never-ending cycle. And so I kind of wanted to basically express how it's like for me through like my colors and my plants, things of that nature. So yeah.
All right. To see all the winning entries, visit their social media at McNair USM on Facebook or at McNair Scholars_USM on Instagram.
Southern Miss football now has 2 schedules to play next season, but it only plans to play 1. The Sunbelt Conference released its schedule last week with Southern Miss on it, even though the Golden Eagles are also on Conference USA's schedule. Southern Miss, Marshall, and Old Dominion want to leave early to the Sunbelt this summer, but CUSA is threatening at a legal battle. The schools are not backing down, though, and are ready to fight it in court. Southern Miss filed an extension for a restraining order that will push its preliminary hearing to the end of March. Fans can expect to hear more after the preliminary hearing taking place at the end of March.
Miss USM 2019 Miss Hattiesburg and author Vivian O'Neill sits down with Southern Miss Student Media Center reporter Adarius McCormick in today's segment of Golden Eagle Spotlight. She shares her experience as pageant queen and writing her book. Check it out.
Welcome to Golden Eagle Spotlight. I'm your host, Adarius McCormick, and across from me is Miss USM 2019, Miss Hattiesburg 2022, and author Vivian O'Neill. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. So we're going to hop right in. How does it feel to be representing Hattiesburg in the Miss Mississippi pageant this year?
Gosh, I'm just so excited. I've lived in Hattiesburg for years. I got my undergraduate degree from Southern Miss, and as you mentioned, I was Miss USM 2019 and 2020. So Hattiesburg has been a really significant part of my life and part of my experience, and so I'm just so honored to be able to represent such a special city on such a special stage.
Would you say the experience with Miss USM and Miss Hattiesburg is different?
It is. It's such an honor to get to represent your university at that level and in that capacity. There's nothing like it, and so I think there are definitely some similarities just because of where the university is located, and I formed so many important and wonderful relationships throughout my time as Miss USM that have carried over into my time as Miss Hattiesburg. But there definitely are some differences, but I think it's kind of a representative of me now because I'm no longer an undergraduate student, but I've moved on into the graduate program, and so it's been interesting to see that evolution.
Okay, you wrote a children's book called Josiah's Big Day. Can you tell us a little bit about the book?
Yeah, so Josiah's Big Day is a companion children's book to a disability inclusion curriculum that I wrote a few years ago. It's a character education curriculum for kindergarten through 3rd grade students, and after seeing the impact and the success of that curriculum within the Mississippi public school system, I really just thought it was important to provide another resource for students with disabilities to see themselves represented in their own media. And so that's kind of what inspired me to write the book in the first place. But Josiah is actually based off of my younger brother, Josiah, so he was the inspiration for both the curriculum and the book.
Can you tell us a little bit about your brother?
Yeah, so Josiah is 17 years old. He has a very rare muscular disease called Nimeline myopathy. Not a lot of people have heard of it, but it does fall under the umbrella of muscular dystrophy, which is a more common term that most people are a little bit more familiar with. But I'm the oldest girl of 4, and so I kind of took on the role of being the second mom in terms of raising him, and so we've always had a really close relationship, and So yeah, he's brilliant. He is currently at Ole Miss High School. Ole Miss does a program where you can finish your high school credits online, and so he's doing that, and he'll be graduating and coming to Southern Miss soon. So that's really exciting.
And could you tell us a little bit more about Capable, your program that you created?
Yeah, so I referred to the curriculum earlier, which was the inspiration for the book, and it is called Capable. And it essentially is a 5-day disability inclusion curriculum for kindergarten through 3rd grade students to educate non-disabled students on how to appropriately approach disabilities, and then empower students with disabilities to use their voice and advocate for themselves.
Would you say it's strictly targeted to that age range, or would you give it to older kids, or maybe like 3rd to 5th graders? Would it be something that they could look at as well?
Yeah. I definitely think it could be, and it has been used in a few 4th grade classrooms. In addition to the kindergarten through 3rd grade, it's just whenever I was in the writing process of it, I really wanted to pinpoint that specific age group, because I think that is such a pivotal age, whenever kids start deciding how they're going to view certain demographics and how they're going to view different groups of individuals, and that's really when they start to formulate those opinions and those potential biases. And so I really wanted to focus on targeting that specific age group, but it absolutely can be applicable in a 4th or 5th grade classroom.
Okay, and where can we grab a copy of Josiah's Big Day?
Several places. So if you are a Hattiesburg local, you can get it at T-Bone's Record Store downtown. You can also purchase it on my website, which is capablecurriculum.com. There's a shop tab. It's also available at the University Library, the McCain Library. So if you're on campus and want to pick up a copy there, you can do that as well.
Okay, thank you so much for sitting with us, Miss O'Neill.
Yeah.
And Southern Miss, let's root for her in the Miss Mississippi 2022 pageant. See you guys next week on Golden Eagle Spotlight. Back to you, Jaterica and Dima.
If you would like to read her book, you can find it in T-Bone Records or on her website at capablecurriculum.com. It is available in the McCain Library on USM's Hattiesburg campus. After the break, Prism holds a special event for students who miss their chance at having a prom during their high school year.
And the Hattiesburg Zoo arranged a classic medieval event for the entire city to enjoy. Stay tuned.
Some things in your medicine cabinet are more dangerous than others. When it comes to prescription drugs, opioid pain medicines can be addictive and even deadly. Half the people who misuse prescription pain medicines get them from a friend or family member. Be part of the solution. Go through your medicine cabinets, drawers, anywhere you keep unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups. Find out how to dispose of them safely. Visit fda.gov/drug disposal.
Here it is. Look how cheap it is.
Go for it, Steph. Be careful what you buy online.
It's finally here.
Counterfeit products are illegal. They are fake and can be damaging to you, your property, and your wallet.
Go, 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 go!
It looks real, but I don't have a good feeling about this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, get out!
Go!
Buying fake products can cost you the health of your face, skin, and eyes, or scar you for life. Real products are tested for safety. Buy the brand. Protect yourself. This message is brought to you by the National Crime Prevention Council and the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
You're smart. Buy smart.
Go for real.
Go for real.
Go for real.
Veterans, did you lose your job due to the COVID-19 pandemic? The Veteran Rapid Retraining Assistance Program is a short-term VA program that offers education and training for high-demand jobs. These jobs provide higher starting wages and require less time for education and training. The sooner you apply, the sooner you can start on your new path. You served your country. Let VA serve you. Apply today. For more information, visit va.gov/VRRAP.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And Together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Prison hosts some Second Chance Prom on Saturday, March 5th. While the event catered towards members of the LGBTQIA community, it was a night for everyone to have fun. Southern Miss Student Media Center reporter Cordavian Carter has the story.
Here in the Thad Cochran Center, Prism hosted their Second Chance Prom. This was an opportunity for people who did not attend prom or people who could not go to prom as who they truly were. We here at Southern Miss Student Media covered the prom. A magical night of music, dancing, and entertainment, the Second Chance Prom took place this past Saturday in the Thad Cochran Center, room 216. Hosted by Prism, coordinator Wes Schaefer spoke about their reasoning behind the event.
We did this event because we feel like with COVID and with former restrictions of not being able to have gender expression, that we would present a second prom so that we would have our LGBTQ students have the freedom to be themselves.
The spectacular night featured entertainment from drag queens, a pop-up photo booth, and typical line dancing. When the amazing night came to a finish, students shared how meaningful and personal the Second Chance Prom was for them and their favorite moments of the night.
The prom was a wonderful experience for me. I personally didn't get a prom because of A, COVID, and B, so I saw so many people here, so much diversity in terms of both queer life and both racial demographics. So it was great to see everyone who normally probably wouldn't be able to bring their own queer date to their own high schools here to have a second chance at their own beautiful moment at prom.
The standout moment was definitely the drag queens. They just brought it. It was so much fun. I've never personally in person seen a drag show before, drag queens before, so just seeing them a few feet away from me, that was amazing. That was really fun. They looked great, they sounded great, everything was just great.
This was Cordavian Carter reporting for Southern Miss Student Media.
For more information about Prism and their upcoming events, visit the Office of Inclusion and Multicultural Engagement website.
The Renaissance came to the Hattiesburg Zoo this past Sunday on February 27th. Southern Miss Student Media Center reporter and photographer Hewley Turlich captures the event.
The Hattiesburg Zoo held its annual Renaissance Festival February 27th and 28th. The festival was filled with families and friends from all over. Chris Scarborough, one of the volunteers, had a couple things to say.
Fighting is part of it, so we use the swords. These are made from EVA, they're foam. We can also use the boxer style, which is the ones used from installation and stuff. So we try to make this super safe. Y'all can see that's mostly foam in there. Right. There's one little fiberglass rod down the middle. Other than that, this is all foam. So it's super safe.
The Hattiesburg Renaissance Festival attracts a hefty crowd each year. Some of these individuals are LARPers, live-action role players. Many enjoy the entertaining aspects of the event.
We actually, I have a newspaper that one of our players makes. Here, you won't be able to see it very well with your camera, I'm sure. But
bring it up there.
Yeah, this is just a few little stories about just the month that this was written for. And I mean, our lore is pretty extensive. We have, of course, nowhere near as much as some LARPs because we haven't been around for like 7 years or so. But I mean, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to the game.
The Renaissance Festival creates a positive atmosphere for the Hattiesburg community. This is Huey Turlich for the Southern Miss Student Media Center.
There's always something happening at the Hattiesburg Zoo. If you'd like more information about events taking place at the zoo, visit their website at hattiesburgzoo.com.
When we come back, Golden Eagles baseball and softball had major success this past week. Nathan Lee has it all in the sports recap.
And the community calendar has exciting events in store for next week. Stay tuned.
3 things you need to know about flu and chronic health conditions in 30 seconds. Living with a chronic condition like diabetes, heart disease, or lung disease makes it harder for your immune system to fight flu. Flu can make your condition worse and can lead to life-threatening complications like heart attack, stroke, pneumonia, and permanent physical decline. The best way to protect yourself is to get an annual flu vaccine as a regular part of your care, just like taking your medicine, exercising, and eating healthy. Please get vaccinated against flu every year.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best.
Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please? Uh-huh.
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your spot, right? Get down! Show me your hands! Now!
Let's head over to the sports recap with Nathan Lee.
In the world of Golden Eagles sports, things could not have gone better for baseball and softball. Southern Miss Baseball had an eventful last week after going 3-1 with a victory over the defending national champion Mississippi State Bulldogs. SMTV sports reporter Ansley McDaniels brings us to Trustmark Park after the Southern Miss victory.
This is Ansley McDaniel here at Trustmark Park, where the Golden Eagles have won the game against top 10 ranked defending national champions, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Tanner Hall came through striking out 13 batters and allowing 0 runs while he was on the mound. Here's what Tanner Hall had to say about his game.
I only threw fastballs and changeups. I didn't throw any sliders, but I had a couple of changeups that were cutting and for an inning, and they ended up doing well because they were just running away from the barrel. But as far as off speed, my changeup felt probably the best it's felt in a little while today. Yeah, I didn't know I had 13 until about 5 minutes ago. Someone in the dugout asked me after I got pulled in the seventh, saying, how many strikeouts did you have? And I was like, I don't know. It's a big deal. But you don't want to carry it too much and think too high of yourself because of one game. Like, we got to keep it going. We got a long season ahead of us.
Hitting-wise, we have the Montenegro brothers to account for 5 of the 7 hits, leading to the 7-1 outcome. Here's what Gabe Montenegro had to say about his game.
Feeling as soon as I hit it, you know, I knew at least I got 1 run in, but it's a great feeling just to be able to, like, you know, be able to help out the team in any way possible. It is a great win for us, especially like RPI-wise, and you know, we just came here to the game, and then like we always expect to win, and then we went out there and then just, you know, didn't think much about it. It's another game, and we just executed what we needed to, and we got ourselves a win.
This is Ansley McDaniel, SMTV sports reporter, signing out from Trustmark Park.
The Golden Eagles return home this week with matchups against the South Alabama Jaguars on Tuesday night, March 8th. On Wednesday night, March 9th, they face off against the Tulane Green Wave. Both games start at 6. Golden Eagles softball kept up their winning ways last week to extend their winning streak to 6 straight. The Golden Eagles started their winning streak last week with a massive win over the number 4 ranked Florida Gators in Gainesville. Jana Lee got the Golden Eagles going early in the game with a 3-run home run in the first inning. The Golden Eagles' offense was only able to score 2 more runs throughout the rest of the game, but it was enough to get the 5-4 victory. Southern Miss softball is peaking right now. They will receive another important road test against a good Ole Miss Rebels team on Tuesday night, March 8th at 6 p.m. The Golden Eagles then finish the week in a 3-game series this weekend against the North Texas Mean Green. Golden Eagles basketball could not end their losing streak last week in 2 hard-fought games against the UAB Blazers and the Charlotte 49ers. Isaiah Moore led the team in scoring in both games, accounting for 16 points with 10 rebounds against the Blazers and 20 points with 13 rebounds against the 49ers. Southern Miss men's basketball hopes to end its 14-game losing streak in its first game in the CUSA Conference Tournament against the UTSA Roadrunners in Frisco, Texas. The Lady Eagles finished the season last week with a 67-57 win over the UAB Blazers and a 70-49 loss to the Charlotte 49ers. Deja Allman led the team in scoring in their victory over the Blazers with 25 points on 10-12 shooting. Allman also led the team in scoring with 11 points in their loss to the 49ers. The Lady Eagles finished the regular season with an 17-11 record as they are now preparing for the CUSA Conference Tournament. The Lady Eagles finished as the 3rd seed in the West and will play the winner of the FIU versus Florida Atlantic game on Wednesday afternoon at March 9th at 2 p.m. in Frisco, Texas. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nathan. Now let's check out what's happening in the community calendar.
Downtown Hattiesburg is the place to be next week. There's something to keep everyone entertained while taking a trip to downtown Hub City. Starting off with the Pub City, a fun trivia night taking place inside the Porter. Test your knowledge amongst your friends in 3 rounds of trivia games hosted by local comedian J. Evan Curry, and prove yourself to be the smartest in your clique. The winner of each round gets fun prizes. This fun night takes place from 8 to 10 on March 15th. Don't be upset if you can't make it either. The Porter will have this event running until August 16th. For the full schedule, please take a look at the website provided on screen and plan your next Tuesday night for a fun time at the Porter. For the lovers of blues and good food, Friday Night Live is the place you need to be. Hattie's Burgers and Blues is hosting Friday Night Live with Johnny Rowland on March 18th. Come in and enjoy good food while listening to good music for a night of blues, burgers, and live music every Friday night. The event takes place next Friday night at 6 and will run until 9. If you still can't get enough of the music scene, Hattie's Burgers once again has you covered. Luscious Spiller is coming to the Hattie's Burgers and Blues on March 19th for Luscious Spiller Live. Come in and hear him continue to keep the Spiller legacy strong with his guitar and blues as he performs live inside Hattie's Burgers and Blues. The event starts Saturday night at 6 and will run until 9. Here at Southern Miss TV, community matters. If you would like to submit your next event for the community calendar, please send us an email to sm2.news@usm.edu with your event details. This is just one of the ways we say thank you to our community for watching Southern Miss TV and supporting us here at the Southern Miss Student Media Center. Back to you.
Thanks, Clarissa.
So, Dima, what do you plan on doing this spring break?
Nothing much. I'm just glad not really that many assignments. Obviously, there's no assignments, and probably just catch some baseball next week. So I'm just going to play Alabama and open up conference play next weekend. So catching baseball. How about yourself?
Sleep.
Sleep. Hey,
yes.
That is a good plan.
I'm Jaterica Wilson. Thank you for watching Southern Miss TV. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms at Southern Miss Student Media Center.
And as always, if you'd like to submit a story topic or be a guest on one of our upcoming shows, email us at sm2news@usm.edu. I'm Dima Mixon, and I wish all USM students a safe and happy spring break. And we'll see you after the break, right back here on Southern Miss TV.
shape the future of our students. If you're good at what you do, you can work anywhere. If you're the best at what you can do, you can move mountains. Southern Miss offers you a degree. Southern Miss Student Media offers you experience. With a combination, you're undefeated. Join us at Southern Miss Student Media, and together we will lead you to a lasting career. Visit the Student Media Center today, College Hall 301.
In America, millions of people, including children, are facing hunger. I only have $10 in my checking account, but it will be okay. I at least have food because of this pantry. Donna from Washington. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Donna. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Southern Miss Student Media Center is proud to offer local businesses an opportunity to advertise on SM2 Digital Media, WUSM Radio, Southern Miss TV, and the Student Prints. Promote your business or event with the Southern Miss Student Media Center at USM. Think of your ad reaching over 6,000 students on social media, SMTV, WUSM Radio, and the Student Prints, a combination you can't beat. Our in-house creative team is ready to produce your commercial or digital ad. Advertise your business on SM2. Give us a call today.